Simply put, people don't trade on trade servers anymore. So why call it trade? I'm just joking, I understand the reason. But let's be serious. Is it because you're trading your time away expecting someone to trade with you? And before someone says, oh, back then people traded in them. Nah, there was maybe like 2 people actually trading in a trade server. And I remember this as clear as mud. And the rest were F2Ps just running around deathmatching people. Modern day TF2, people just don't trade in trade servers anymore. Maybe unusual trading, but even then, people still don't trade the old school way of putting it in the chat and hoping for someone to say Heisenberg. Say yes or send you a trade offer. It's really, and I mean really, rare to see people trading the old way via text chat. With the bots and trade.tf, it's all streamlined. And I'm not here to talk about trading history and the automation of trading. I'm here specifically to talk about trade servers. Unfortunately, the automation of trading is a reason why people don't trade on trade servers anymore. I mean, this guy was asking the whole time I was recording this one map, and no one ever responded to him. The first server I joined, people were deathmatching. Straight up pure sniper wars. There's a lot to this map, like the entire parkour and secret puzzle area, each leading to something different. The Doomsday parkour is basically one giant trial and error, with a little bit of parkour being sprinkled onto it. Scout being the best and easiest class to do it with. Actually, I'm not sure how you're supposed to do one part of it without Scout or Bonk, but if you manage to survive all the traps and puzzles and a dirt maze that makes my eyes cry, if you make it through all of that, then you get to trigger a server-wide event. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect a trade server of all things to have so much stuff to do. It's pretty good, and it doesn't end there. Explore. This place is bigger than my actual Minecraft base. There is even a heavy boxing room, and if you don't know what heavy boxing is, it's basically gambling with ping and the bad male hitboxes of Valve games. There is an entire hidden path full of similar traps and parkour. The only difference here being is that you can cheat with the engineer. Also, engineer can shut this down with a level 3 sentry, so I guess play spy or something. But finishing this will lead you to a room with a bunch of teleporters that lead you to different parts of the map. While not as cool as the first Doomsday parkour, it's still pretty damn awesome that it's even here. There's a surprising amount of depth to this map. That's not even mentioning the nether, the end, the disco rooms, and the ether. This map just has so much detail that I spent more time clowning around than focusing on trading. I cannot express how good it was to just explore. This map is so expansive that it should be its own video. I spent a pretty long time on just walking around, and I don't think I saw everything. That's the craziest part. I don't think I really did see everything. Even though I've been playing this map for years, there's always being updated. The last update I saw was that it added this whole trophy room with credits to all the people who have donated over the years. That being said, I don't think I saw a single trade confirmation in the chat in the server. I'm being serious. Most of the players were brand new, AFKing, or dueling, which isn't a bad thing. It's just that this is a trade server, and yet it's so much more than that at the same time. I've been playing this map my whole life, and I don't think I've ever seen anyone seriously trading it. Alright, that's a little bit of an over-exaggeration, but you know what I mean. Trade Plaza is like a big box, though now it's more like a box with different rectangles in it. It's a lot more different than I remember. There's an upstairs, an outside area, and a void room. There's even a place to see all the unusual effects in the game. From the hour I spent on the server, all I saw was mostly new players, but there was this one engineer that died and reappeared instantly, and I don't think I'll ever see anything else other than that, because the server is dead. Apparently I got credit for joining an empty server. I mean, most of them are empty anyways. I don't know what the credits are for. Maybe it's a charge to your credit card. But that same engineer who was sitting there all game, shooting his shotgun at who knows what for an hour straight, just did that same thing over and over and over again for as long as I was in the server for. He's just like that scout who has lost their mind in the server. One thing I notice about these servers is that they offer free items. Not sure what that means, since you can join any server and get free items. And if you join these servers, you don't get the immediate item they're promising. At least it's not available for when I joined. It's like an ultimate clickbait. Unless they're referring to the item drops the game gives you. But come on, let's be real. That doesn't justify this name. Maybe way back, like in the dinosaur age, you could join those AFK servers where you could get a bunch of items. But that was like forever ago. That was like when we were those fish in the sea. I don't even know what they were called. This server I was in for a long time. Mostly because I was replying to old comments. Nothing to really say about this map. It's perfect for fighting, and there's a hidden nether portal. I'm mostly pissed off at the fact that I didn't get the free items I was promised. This server had some sad music playing for some reason. Completely empty. Not sure why all these trade servers are always Minecraft based. This server had really creepy music playing at the same time. It's like one of those empty server horror videos is wet dream made manifest. Finally, something different. Trade portal. We finally have our first trade offer caught on footage, though no one answered him again. Even though this place is supposed to look like Portal, it looks more like the abyssal end, purgatory. There was no escape type of map. At least that's how I felt playing it. Everything looked the same to me, and everything led to the same spy trying to kill me. This server requires my inventory to be public, except it is. I guess I'm just not worthy of being in this server. I was trying to read the rules and some scout just waxed me. I actually have footage of this very spot exactly 10 years ago. It was empty then and it was empty now, but I never saw the damn monster like in those horror videos of the empty servers. It's just not a real thing. All those servers, if anything, I'm the monster. At very first, this was promising. I mean, look at this menu. The menu is just insane. Then the map itself was buggy, and there was one singular active player on it who didn't speak English, Spanish, or French, which is pretty much all I understand. The higher class. Rich people. More wine. Please, why play with such low-class scum? Well, guess what? There are no more.
Spy.
Well, there is, but chances are you're going to have to find them outside of the server browser. Plus, the people on unusual trade servers were always toxic to me, so I'm not joining no damn trade server. I'm not spending $100 on an unusual item. Well, other than the opportunity of not being kicked due to idle times, what exactly is the appeal of trade servers? For me, it'll always be the maps. Other than that, trade servers feel like a forever game of capture the flag on 2-4. That's why I believe the first Minecraft map I covered in this is so good, because there was so much to do. Trading in TF2, in my opinion, is a very hard to navigate thing to really understand it, especially doing it on a trade server on the fly. It only makes the whole thing harder. After all, that's how I learned how to trade, and I usually got scammed a lot when I first traded on a trade server because I was just a stupid kid. Why try to find a rare deal on a trade server when you could just set one up online and wait until someone accepts a trade? Or better yet, just find a deal randomly online, just checking every day. I showed you myself, 95% of players who are on a trade server are not trading. The other 5% who are probably seasoned veterans at trading, who know the ins and outs, there's no way to make a profit there. Not to mention all the spam in the chat and the ear-ringing audio that comes with being on a server. There's really only a couple of trade servers still around. So I ask, is the idea of trade servers kind of outdated now? At this point, trade servers may as well be the same as an AFK server. Let's not kid ourselves. Yeah, trading is not great right now. I know the economy has been going down for a long time. It's been in shambles for as long as I can remember. But old school trading wasn't any better. There were scammers, people who used to do this, gambling, and kids using their mom's credit cards. I'm not sure how you're supposed to make a profit in this game unless people were stupid and sell low, or simply don't want their items and want to sell it as fast as they can, so they put it at a lower price. Back then, there was an opportunity to bargain. just like Alarak. But I'm still unsure on how you would make a profit off of that, unless the other person straight up pulled a Pawn Star and sold it under any ounce of pressure. So all in all, the thing that keeps me coming back to these trade servers is everything but trading. Most people I know who have experience trading would scam the hell out of kids just to make a profit. And now I have no clue how you would make a profit, since everything is automated and everything has a price and you could look it up instantly. You had an easier time day trading, but that's nonsense.